marketing, she brings an interdisciplinary perspective to her work. Her research interests encompass flexible AC transmission systems, high voltage engineering, intelligent controllers, and energy conservation and auditing. He has contributed significantly to the academic community, serving as an editorial board member for the International Journal of Power Systems and Energy Management and a reviewer for the International Journal IET Power Electronics. She is a member of prestigious professional bodies like IEEE, ISTE, and IEI. Her extensive work experience includes roles as a professor, lecturer, and apprentice trainee at various institutions, showcasing her dedication to fostering knowledge and innovation in the field of electrical and electronics engineering. With these words, I invite you, madam, to speak on the topic energy audit.
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Audible, ma'am. Audible, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So thank you very much for the introduction. So thanks to all the office bearers for giving me this opportunity to give few inputs regarding energy audit. As Dr. Tangaraj has told, this is energy audit, energy conservation is a very, very necessary thing. And so many steps are being taken worldwide and also in India for conserving energy and making the earth a greener one. So I'm a BE certified energy auditor, and I'm also doing consultancy services for energy audit to various companies that I'll tell at the end of my slide. So as Dr. Tangaraj told, so energy is a critical word. So it is very, very important because every day to day, the energy need is in the increasing order. And so on an average, 4 to 7.2% of the global energy is needed every year. The consumption of electrical energy is increasing at the fast pace, as we have seen in the second point. And on the other side, so we are very much dependent on the fossil fuels, that is conventional fuels, and they are also depleting day by day. So energy is one of the major, other than that, the energy is also the major inputs for the GDP of any country. So this energy is a very much important one, and it has to be taken into care at very crucially. And when we talk about energy, so we should have in mind two terminologies: energy security and energy efficiency. So we all need 24/7 for 365 days. We need energy. We need electrical energy. So we all might have known what happened in Chennai floods, how people were suffering without electrical energy. So such things the people might not like, and each and every corner of a village in any country should be provided with electrical energy. So that is the motto of our India as well as at the world level. And so the uninterrupted availability of energy sources, and that should also be given at affordable price. So that is one important point. And other than that, so since, as I have mentioned earlier, the energy requirements are increasing, and so the efficiency must also be taken into account. So energy security and energy efficiency are two important measurements that has to be considered. And why do we want to conserve? So as I have mentioned already, so the fossil fuels are depleting, and there is increase in energy demand day by day. And other than that, most of the fuels will be exhausted, and we have to switch over to alternate technology. So that is the major research area which we have to look into in conserve. So that is why we are going for conserving energy. And coming to the utility side, so these energy efficiency measures or conservation measures, whatever it is, whatever we are considering, so they reduce the peak energy demand and average demand. Those things are reduced. Why I am saying this is, all industry people might be knowing during peak hours, the charges are higher compared to the normal time. And 1 unit, if we are saving 1 unit, so it avoids 2.5 to 3 times of fresh capacity addition. We all know installation of a power plant requires huge investment. And so when we save, even as a home saves 1 unit of energy for a month, so think about the number of houses available in a city or in the state or in the country on a whole. So that much amount of energy will be saved every month, and that will reduce the capacity addition. And also the investment in fuel, mining, transportation, all those things can be reduced if we are reducing the capacity addition. And so keeping all these things in mind, the government of India enacted the Energy Conservation Act, and based on Energy Conservation Act, Bureau of Energy Efficiency is also established in the year 2002. All of them are working towards conservation of energy. And in that line, BEE is conducting energy auditor exam, and they are giving certificates to the eligible candidates for doing energy audit. And they give lots of inputs in safety measures, in benchmarking, and star rating. In all those things, BE is playing a major role. And they are giving awareness programs also, including the school children. Even last week, the electricity board in association with the BWE has conducted an event for school children, and we have seen such functions. That is an initiative by Bureau of Energy Efficiency, so which is a government of India body, and through that the measures are taken very nicely. And coming to the sustainable development, so which is order of the day, and these words are repeatedly coined in all the areas. So UN has put forth 17 goals for sustainable development, out of which SDG 7 especially is for affordable and clean energy. So for improving the climate conditions and to make the earth a greener one and to reduce carbon emissions, or for all those things, SDG 7 is mentioned by UN to give affordable and clean energy. And in that line, India has also set a target of 500 gigawatts of renewable energy by 2030. But as per the Minister for Renewable Energy, so he is saying that India can achieve this 500 gigawatts of installation even before, well before 2030. And from this year onwards, they are planning for 50 gigawatts of renewable energy for projects to bid annually. So it is compulsorily they are giving 50 gigawatts installation, and so that they can achieve that 500 gigawatts of renewable energy addition in our grid. So slowly they are reducing the conventional sources. So we are seeing in many places in India, the conventional plants are being retired, and we are getting towards the renewable energy and the clean energy. We are moving towards that. And other than that, Government of India has set 10 missions, and out of which 2 missions are for the energy conservation and clean energy. So the first one is solar mission, and the other one is enhanced energy efficiency to introduce cost effectiveness and shift to energy efficient appliances. So coming, these are all the introductory point which I wish to inform on this energy conservation week. And so now we are moving towards the energy management and the energy audit. So especially in industries, not only in industries, so it has to be done at homes, at our rooms, in office places, in all those areas. We should have an eye on the electrical energy conservation. So energy conservation is not only the electrical energy conservation. There are thermal energy conservation is also available, which will also contribute to the conservation of energy and cleaner energy. Energy management is nothing but it is effective usage of energy to maximize profits and minimize costs. So this maximization of profit and the minimization of cost uh, should be done, and we should be enhancing the competitive positions. And whatever we do, so we have to minimize the environmental effects, and we should not affect the production and quality of the product which is done in the which is for the industries. And optimum energy procurement utilization should be done throughout the organization. And this energy audit is a systematic approach for energy management. And so we should see what are all the total energy inputs and which are all the areas where energy is utilized, the energy stream, we call that. In an industry, there may be many sections. Each section we are calling as energy streams. So what is the total energy we are getting in, and where are all the energy streams available, how much energy is conserved in each department, all those things we should look into. And so it is nothing but normally in any energy audit, so we are verifying, monitoring, and analyzing the use of energy. And after doing all these analysis part, so in energy auditor will give a technical report, and the technical report will include the recommendations for improving energy efficient. Cost benefit analysis will be available, and so some action plans to reduce the energy consumption. All those things will be available in the report, and all those things we can see at the later part of our presentation. And coming to the energy audit, so in any industry, the expenses are mainly in three categories. One is the energy, the second one is the labor, and the third one is materials. So any industry will look for cost reduction in any of these three areas where the cost is involved. So out of these three, actually the cost savings normally they look for in the energy sector. So they will the energy will be the top position among these three. So energy audit will help to understand more about the ways the energy and fuel are used in any industry, and help in identifying the areas where waste can occur and where scope for improvement are available. All those things can be studied with this energy audit. And so it will give a positive orientation towards energy cost reduction. So when we do energy analysis, when we do an audit, we are monitoring, we are analyzing all the parameters. So when we see such things, we can say that few of the equipments may malfunction or they are not working properly. So it may cause damages in another week time or month time, like that. So we can have an orientation towards preventive maintenance also. And some quality control programs can also be they emerge will also emerge after we do the energy audit. So the primary objective of energy audit is to determine the ways to reduce energy consumption, and to the core level in the energy audit, so we can understand many things, and at the end we can see per unit of product output or to lower the operating cost that can also be obtained after the energy audit procedure. And so we can have a benchmark, the reference point, so where this much amount of energy has to be reduced, this much amount of energy can be utilized. All those things we can fix for any particular department or where any particular area or for a to the entire company. So all those things can happen in energy audit. And so coming to the types of energy audit, so the energy audit can be different for different industries. So it may be a small scale industry or medium scale industries or large scale industries. So it depends on energy audit, depends on the function on type of the industry. And so some people may need to a particular depth the audit. So depth to which the final audit is needed. So some people may tell, so I need energy audit only for this particular panel or for this particular motor or for this particular division. So likewise, the energy audit requirement may be different, and potential and magnitude of cost reduction desired will also play a major role in energy audit. So based on these three categories, the energy audit is conducted. And again, there are two types of energy audit. One is preliminary audit and the other one is detailed audit. So some people may require just by walking through and by seeing in 2 hours of time or 3 hours of time. So we can see, and we can just like that, we can say, so these are all the areas which you can concentrate. And if you do like this, we can reduce energy. All those things can be done with preliminary audit. And so after those small implementations, so for example, in one of the rice mills where we have where we have gone, so we have informed them. So the shift duties, so you can slightly alter. And so in peak hours, people were working. So we asked them to move the shift to the normal time. And out of that, they have saved thousands of rupees. So around 50,000 to 75,000 rupees they have saved in their energy bill. So likewise, simple recommendations may be given in preliminary audit. And based on that, so if though in those recommendations, if a company requires a detailed audit for the entire company or for the entire division or for a particular division, so the detailed audit can also be done. And so as mentioned earlier, so preliminary energy audit methodology, so establish the energy consumption in the organization. We will see for the entire year bill, monthly electricity bill, and we can check so which are all the months they are paying much and which are all the months they are paying less, and why it is done like that. So normally in few of the thermal storage plants, so cooling cost may be, the air conditioner cost may be reduced during winter season, and the same may be increased during summer seasons. All those analysis can be done, and we can estimate the scope for saving and easiest areas for reducing the energy, and immediate no cost or low cost improvements or saving measures can be done. And we can identify the detailed, which are all the areas we need to do the detailed analysis, detailed audit should be done, to which areas, all those things we can easily obtain in preliminary audit. So normally it uses the either the existing data like energy bills or easily obtainable data in 1 hour of time or in 10 minutes of time, if we are able to measure few parameters. So with those data, if we are able to give some suggestions, that there ends the preliminary energy audit. And coming to the detailed energy audit methodology, so this gives most accurate and estimate of the energy savings and cost. So each of the equipment we can go for detailed study, and we can do the cost saving calculations. And if suppose we are going to replace few of the equipments, what is the investment cost for the equipment? So all those calculations can be done. What is the project involved in installing, investing in such projects? All those things we can in detail we can give. And so mainly we can see the energy balance in entire energy balance in detailed energy audit. And so this consists of three phases. One is pre-audit phase, audit phase, and then post-audit phase. So pre-audit phase, it is similar to the preliminary audit. And so initially we will go to the industry, and we will sit with people, those who are involved in it, like energy manager or the people, those who are responsible for the electricity things or energy related things. We will sit with them and we will know what are all the data available. We will collect few of the data, what are all the plant activities, what are all the processes involved, what are all the first-hand information we could get from them. All those things will be taken, and we can have, so after a meeting with that particular person, we can have a closed meeting with the divisional heads. And so in detail, we can talk to them, and we can have a rapport with them, and with their cooperation, with their awareness creation, and by giving few questionnaires to the divisional heads, we can collect few of the information. And based on those information, so we have to uh, study, we have to go for the plan for how to conduct the audit, all those things. We should have a plan. And so using few of the equipment for energy audit, so we can take measurements, and we can also we can conduct survey also. So all those things we can do. And energy and material balance, energy loss, waste analysis, all those things can be obtained with the obtained data. And so with that, we can talk to the people involved in the heads available in the concerned division, and we can tell them these are all the things we have observed. So they may have some ideas to improvement. So we could also listen to them, and we can have a interactive sessions or brainstorming sessions. And we can suggest for the efficient or energy improvement uh, process to the people. And we can also sit with them, and we can get few of the cost analysis can be done in association with them. And after doing all those things, we can give a presentation to the top management. This is the entire process which we are doing in energy audit. That is the during energy audit phase. After we give suggestion to them, so in due course of time, we can also give some deadline for or timeline for implementing the recommendations. So after that, after giving recommendations, they may implement our measures. So after implementation, so we can again go for the monitoring and periodic review can be done. So this is the post audit phase. So it is a cycle. So as I have informed already, so in preliminary discussion, so few these are all the questions which we can ask to the concerned person involved in the energy section. And we are also having a similar format with us, and it depends on the industry to which we are going. So we will give a questionnaire, and we will get all those things. We will get energy bills from them, and we will analyze, and we will suggest, and we will go for a day, and we'll see all the electrical things available, and we will give few suggestions. And based on that, we will work out a plan here, and we will decide 3 days are enough, 4 days are enough to do the audit, or it takes 1 week of time. So we will take all the measurements where data will be collected, and based on the data collected, we will consolidate a report, and we will also discuss with them for giving few suggestions. So in concurrence with them, we will give suggestions. And so as I have told already. So we will give the worksheets. So what are all the investments involved in energy efficiency measures? Like we may purchase some equipment, or some civil works may be involved, or few of the monitoring equipment should be purchased, or some instrumentation, auxiliaries. All those are some investments. And some annual operating costs may be involved in operating such equipment or civil works, etc. And if suppose such investments are done, so what are all the annual savings? So either it may be a thermal energy saving or electrical energy saving, or you may be saving in your raw materials, and waste disposal may also be reduced. All these things are the savings, investment, annual operating cost, annual savings, all those things will be given to them. And so after that, we have to identify all those things in three categories. One is low cost, high return, medium cost, medium return, and high cost, high return. So these three categories will be divided, and we have to prioritize all the recommendations whichever we are giving. So we have to check for the economical feasibility. So for a small industries, we cannot ask them to go for higher investment. So technical feasibility, and if suppose it is implemented, what is the risk and feasibility involved, all those things we have to be listed. And A gives good. So economically feasible, the methodology is also existing and it is adequate, and there are no risks, we are giving it as good. And in the same way, so depending upon the economic feasibility, technical feasibility, and the risk involved, we are categorizing as good, or B, C, D category, etc. And so after that, we will be giving a energy saving recommendation. So if suppose I am buying an equipment, so if suppose that equipment is bought, so what is the annual energy savings which I am going to do, and annual cost saving. And so for purchasing such equipment, so what is the investment, and what is the um, payback period, all those things will be listed out. So for example, for a simple thing, let us say, so I'll go for that slide later, but I'm just telling you. So if suppose we are purchasing an LED instead of our normal tube lights, so we can see the rate of LED will be higher, but the energy utilized will be very less. And in months time, we can get the payback money of that LED if you replace it. And similarly, energy efficient fans are available, energy efficient air conditioners are available, star ratings are given. So if suppose you are going for 3-star rating, so the energy consumption will be higher. If you go for 5-star rated equipment, the energy consumption will be less. But proportionately, the cost for 5-star rated equipment will be very high. So we can calculate the payback time. So if suppose 10,000 rupees, we are paying it extra, how long it takes to retain that, get back that 10,000 rupees. All those things we can calculate and we can give recommendations. And again, we can segregate into 3 types. One is no investment. So without investment, what are all the things, how much energy can be saved in amount? And if suppose there are 4 or 5 points available in no investment, so we can prioritize that also. And second one comes as low investment cost. So with very less investment, if suppose we are getting more annual energy savings, that is categorized as B. And high investment, which is a long-term plan. So if suppose they are able to invest in such high investment, and if you are able to get the energy savings and cost savings, so we can go for the plan C at the later stage. So initially we will be going with the plan A, then we will advise them to go for plan B. If suppose A and B are working out well, then we will ask them to go for plan C. And my suggestion is, if suppose any of you are having industries, definitely you should have a energy cell, and you should have an energy manager and a maintenance team, production manager, finance manager. All those people should be involved in energy cell. And coming to the goals for energy audit, so the main aim is to reduce the energy consumption per unit of production. So in such case, there may be some positive forces and also some negative forces. But our aim, our goal should be towards reducing the consumption of energy. So I have listed few positive forces as well as few negative forces. So in coming to the positive forces, the main thing I would suggest is the top management commitment to energy conservation should be available. Then only the other things will come into picture. And coming to the negative forces, so there are many things. There are no corporate energy policy. So even the last employee of the company should be aware of energy conservation. So that energy conservation awareness is not available with the employees, and insufficient skills and knowledge available. That's what I've told. And so financial sources to fund measures, that also comes into picture. So the main thing is lack of awareness and lack of knowledge is the main thing, and each and every employee should be given awareness about the energy conservation. So you can conduct energy conservation training programs, or few of the lectures can also be organized. And if suppose few of the processes are taking place in their industry, so you can advise them if they are adopting one such procedure, the unit consumption may be high. If they are going for a second procedure, the unit consumption may be less. So likewise, they can advise them, they can guide them. The top people should guide them in conserving energy. And coming to the electrical equipment side, so the first thing we say is the lighting system audit, and we see for power factor and energy demand and motor inventory and the remaining loads. So all those things we will be checking in our electrical energy audit. And so this is a normal thing which I am showing here. So even at houses, we can go for this. So we have to switch off the lights, fans, everything when they are not necessary. And so high efficiency lighting system should be done. And if suppose it is a daytime and the natural light is available, we should open all curtains and shades during the daytime and use the available sunlight. And instead of going for high watt bulb at one place, we can use several low watt bulb, so that the distributed lighting facility is available. And we may be having fixtures when we are using it during night time. Some insects may be getting into that fixtures, or sometimes the dust may get deposited over it, and all those things should be cleaned regularly, so that the lighting is perfect. And the wall painting and coloring, all those things should be light shaded, so that we get good lighting. And also we can use timer controls, daylight controls, voltage controllers, occupancy sensors, switching controls, PLC controls. All those things can be adopted for lights and fans. So for example, voltage controllers, I'm telling, I have seen one industry, instead of giving 230 volt, they are reducing a voltage up to 20 volt or 30 volts, and they are saving lot of energy out of this, because they require that much amount of luminous intensity lighting required, and based on that they have done, and they have saved a very they have saved energy cost out of that. So that is one thing. And occupancy sensor, if suppose people are not available and the light is switched on, so it is a waste. So occupancy sensors, all those things. So recently in many of the industries, in many of the places, it is being used. And even at homes, we can go for such sensors and switching controls. So this is what I have told already. If suppose we are using tube light, if suppose I am using the tube light for 5 hours in a day, and for 1 year, the energy consumed is 72 units. If I'm going with the same capacity of CFL, it consumes 25 watts. And if for the same capacity, if I'm using LED, it consumes only 10 watts. So with that, we all know the energy costs are very high now. So we can compare 720 with 100. So so in that case, if you purchase high priced LEDs, it will be even though it is the cost is high, you can compare the energy cost, and that high amount can be got back in a few months of time. So this is a plan, PDCA, all company people might be knowing, and we should plan, we should execute. After executing all energy audit plans, recommendations, we should check for again, we have to monitor. And if suppose there are any abnormalities, we have to go for corrective action. This is applicable for all processes, not only for the energy audit. And 5S principle. Sir Tangaraj sir, shall I go for take 5 more minutes?
Okay, ma'am.
So this 5S principle, so we have to sort out the potential area for energy conservation, and we have to prioritize, set in order, and so we have to be, the area has to be cleaned as the work is performed, and standardize all the procedures, and we have to sustain, and we should go for continual improvement. This 5S process, so all TQM people will be aware of that. So the same thing is applicable in energy audit process also. This is the energy audit cycle. So like PDCA, the same thing. And these are all the inputs and outputs. So input is nothing but whatever we get from the company, and based on those things, the outputs we will be giving as report. And this is a study we have taken in an IT industry. Only 2 figures I have drawn here, 2-3 figures I have drawn. So the first one is first and second are current THD. So it is very high. So normally the current THD should be less than 7%, whereas you can see here it is above 18%. And power factor is also very less. It is in 2 of the phases it is less than 0.8, and the below figure 2 figures are taken with thermal analyzer. So it measures the temperature in the inside that duct water pipe, chill pipe, water pipe. So with that pipe, we have taken that, and we have, it is AHU is nothing but the air handling unit. So in that we have taken a picture with that thermal analyzer. We have given the reports, and we have given in that industry, we have categorized into two category A and category B. Category A are very dangerous things. That's why category A is mentioned with red line, and category B we have given. And then, so we went for a theme park, and just for a day we have done, we went for a day, and based on that, around 24 recommendations we have given, and so they see a major change. They have implemented all these 24 recommendations. Just only these points we have given in the preliminary audit. So in the preliminary, based on these preliminary report, they have implemented many of the things, and they have seen a larger changes in the energy side, energy saving. And they have called for the detailed audit. We have given for recommendations for a few of the panels and few of the processes for a detailed audit. So for that, they have called us, and next week we are going for it. So we have energy analyzer, Fluke energy analyzer with us, and flue gas analyzer is available. Thermal imager is available, and lux meter for lighting audit is available. With these things, All are Class A equipment, so regularly calibrated and with the team members. So these are all the completed projects, railway stations. So in 7 railway stations and Salem Divisional Office, we have done energy audit. And solar power plant at Bellary we have done, textile mills, rice mills, mining industry, IT industries, harmonic analysis for hospitals, office buildings, hotels we have done, commercial buildings we have done. So these are all the sectors where we have more than 15 projects we have completed in various areas. And we have also given awareness program for the Tamil Nadu government peace program. And these are all our team members. So with them, we do the energy audit. All of them are certified ISO 50001 certified internal auditors. And so we have a team member. We have a team of members for doing energy audit. So with this, I conclude. And so we are very much concerned about the earth and to have greener earth. So we should go for energy conservation, and we should the climate conditions should be taken care, carbon emissions should be taken care. So all those things should be taken care. So with these words, I'm closing. So thank you one and all for patient listening. So I hope I have given required input to the members who have participated here. So thank you so much all for patient listening.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights about energy audit. I'm sure everyone would have gained knowledge about this topic and how energy conservation is essential in this generation. Once again, thank you for your efforts. Now I invite Dr. C. Davamani, FIE, Honorary Secretary, IEI SLC, Salem, to deliver the vote of
Thank you, Shankari. I'm audible, Shankari. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Most
Yes,
respected Dr. S. Batma, ma'am, beloved Chairman, sir, respected committee members, engineers, and students from various organizations. Good evening to all. It's my privilege and honor to propose vote of thanks on this great occasion of Energy Conservation Week and the webinar titled Energy Auditor. On behalf of IEI Salem Local Center, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Dr. S. Madam, Head of the Department of EEE, Sona College of Technology, for her excellent presentation on energy audit week. Gratitude, Madam. Really useful to each and everyone attended in this webinar. Thank you so much, ma'am. My sincere thanks to our Chairman, sir, Dr. Rangaraj, sir, who have always to all our IEA SLC initiatives and initiatives to strive for the excellence. Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my gratitude to our energy conservation team members, Engineer N. Sendil Kumar sir, Dr. R. Satish Kumar sir, Engineer D. Balasubramaniam sir, Dr. E. Kumaravel sir, Engineer V. Revati madam, for all the presence has added an extra spark on to this event and made it event more special. I would like to thank Engineer N. Armugam sir for his wholehearted support throughout the event. Thank you, sir. I also wish to express my gratitude to all the eminent engineers, fellow members, professors, students for their valuable presence here in cooperation to make this event very much fruitful. I would like to express my appreciation to Mr. Thiago sir for his cordial support and organized this webinar successfully. Once again, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of you present here.